testify, Mr. the Killer. Turns out it was a wine glass on the picture. What is the attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness? Witness. How do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection on this absurd situation? Phoenix! The killer figures out what we're up to. We're in real trouble. Yeah, now. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyway, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now I have to buy some more time. I'll wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies in those items. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Allegro again. Please stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time. So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was with that brief pause? Press further. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I've never taken a request for telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Of course it was, very important, Your Honor. I guess so. So, what, you reckon I'm supposed to be helping you? Did you ask why on that specific night? No, tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request, but as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request online? Sure, it was all for the bear. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was. Let's see. Haha! Ah! I can't believe that your testimony up to this point is unreliable. God, I've done it again! My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. True what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? I heard what I think I heard just now, and I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Really? That's a...
Objection!
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelly the killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up about her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now about her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she's a woman. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their request. But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. Killer's could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes. Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender, and so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? You tell me. Shelly the Killer, this court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another... So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you'd allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spare more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. Didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now, let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silver. Top it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badge your witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I've been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? In a contest of mimicry, the judge will be a hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and... So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did, once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? Nico Samuel mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? There's a contradiction. Witness, I think you most definitely saw your client's face. Let's recall Mr. Powers' testimony. You received quite a large roll of cash from Mr. Ungar. At the time, he was not wearing his Nico Samurai mask. Order! Order! Yes, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Witness! Yes, that night I did wander the floors of Bell. I'm sorry, but sadly we are not nearly so generous here. If I could receive large rolls of cash for simply bringing people things on trays, why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? Oh, the deja vu. And isn't a salary more than enough for one man? And where is your evidence that the large roll of cash was not in fact in tip? Come, Mr. Edgeworth, show me the money. What? Mr. Attorney? Yes? You know, I think your line of questioning has been a little strange. In fact, I would say you don't seem to believe Miss Andrews is my client. Oh no, it's not like that at all. I just think lies aren't a good thing, you know? Oh, I don't agree. Lies are not a good thing at all. I think we're on the same page now, aren't we, Mr. Attorney? Remember, if I feel threatened in any way, I am free to cut contact at any time. Friendly with this apologetic all the time. Anyway, I do not see a huge contradiction here. Therefore, you may continue, witness. Two or three other things. Yes, and what were those other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Shall I explain this? If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Creed's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. Surely the kill. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item. I see where you're going. Yep, that's how I'm going. Where is everyone going? Do we need to pack a suitcase? God, you're a fucking idiot. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, the spare had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burnt it. Order! 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 So that's where you two were going. So why the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear? It tells us that your client did not have disassembled the puzzle. Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh-ho! Order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, how I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No? That's enough. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that must attend to. No! Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and it may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, can't do this. Keep this up, my shall... The prosecution... What has come over everyone? Even you are... The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, and even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. Killer's testimony is accurate. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Hungard, will be declared innocent, and in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder. Miss Andrews will be charged with murder? The prosecution... has no further questions, so we'll now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Hungard, to the stand. Taking from the killer's hideout, they're making time. Try this hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Leave it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out. Mr. Hungard, what an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze clap. It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer? Shall have justice or shall save Maya's life? All hinges on my shoes. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defence's final statements on the matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Hungard, is innocent. This is going to lead to one of the endings, isn't it? Guilty. We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Right on guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on guard is...
Objection!
Oh, I should have gone with innocent then. Franziska von Karma. What are you doing here? Oh! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring the final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Wright. Von Karma is perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy, he's fine, and his injuries. All of the items inside this. What a filthy old coat this is! That's gumshoes. It inspires tattered bags anyway. I apologize for circling this, but there was nothing else to open the items in. For long and hard this whole trial, all for what's inside that bag's coat. Sure, inside the coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Karma be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any points, any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there will be something that will turn this whole situation around like a miracle. Try it. That's all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in the case. Question for more details. And more details are not needed because I don't think this is going to help us much at all. Thank you very much, Miss Von Karma. I think that's enough. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. Overruled! This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict. That's the end. Phoenix, I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist, but you have to make that miracle happen. You come this far, you can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, try. For my sake, just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first, make Ungard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. The killer always places his client's wishes first. Ungard himself wishes to be convicted, and he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but that's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Ungard. You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have seen all the pieces of evidence, and that is how we have come to know the truth. But there is one person who has yet to see them all. And that person does not know the truth. The truth may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct? Now then, I'll pronounce my verdict. Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence. I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then you want to show that evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I'll grant you one chance. One chance. Please show your evidence who you think is the right person. The tape to the killer. That's impossible. Turn this situation around in one try. One try, that is all permit. You have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking on guard down at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any time. I see, and now tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I think there's some merit in showing this evidence to that witness. Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier. Alright, it looks like I managed to convince him. Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you to concern yourself bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regretful. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. Also, I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true, Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted the camera? Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did not take out me mess. There's only one reason why your client was secretly filming the crime scene. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you and this is what they said. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. Your client didn't trust you at all. They're thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the killer? Oh! Looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, very natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use people around them. protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That is the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes, you told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. So what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I wanted to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yes? My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job in my hands. I will now return to you with a precious item. What the? I'm not an item! Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I actually am sort of... Miss Von Karma, where did not... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time we finally hand down a verdict. Mr. Ungard, it looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You have finally received the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watch this video. Hope me. Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright? I've finally reached the end of a very long battle. For each convicted or acquitted, there's no escape from now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. I want to see him suffer. Plead not guilty. Congratulations, Mr. Mathongard. Please make sure to save every moment of what little time you have left. Your Honor, as always, the defense pleads not guilty. Very well, disqualifies defendant Mathongard. Please wait. What's the matter? If I get him not guilty, I'll be killed. I'm... No! Guilty. As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how's Mathongard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full-course meal of whipped liver right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. She's trying to forgive him for what he did. Yes? Okay, I'm back. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I'd find him insane. Haha! Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two and John escaped. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Looks like we have resolved everything at last. Like I said, the anime made this feel a bit more personal because they changed Celeste from being Adrian's mentor to being her sister. And it actually showed more realism. Because Franziska had her arm in a sling and had Gumshoe's coat slung around her shoulders when she came into the courtroom in the anime. Funny how you don't notice many of the key details until you're great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? You have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realise that there's something more than just getting not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. It's like I said. You either get an innocent person acquitted, a guilty person acquitted, or a guilty person sent down. An innocent... A witness gets down, and the culprit might get freed, and yeah, at the same time. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on the matter. I can't count on the evidence to help me out anymore. I have listened to my heart. Should I side with justice or save Maya's life? Ah, flashback. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then, and your answer spoke to what being a lawyer meant to you. I wanted to see him squirm, that's why I... Right. Edgeworth! I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody. Really? Pros, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, she's quite safe. Ah, Mr. Maya, Mr. Safe, you're doing it intensely. Ow! She punched us deceptively hard for a kid. I believe in me. I kept saying myself, Mr. Nick will save us. Thanks. Oh, Miss Von Karma. About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed, and yet you're still happy? I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth! For my own personal victories and for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared instead to pass against that selfish man. Fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I'd lost everything because of that. And then... it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die. But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something, and it was in that moment clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense! We prosecutors use anything we can to attack and defend, but every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? It doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. Just realised I'm going to have to give my voice for Von Karma a higher pitch now. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have, raising the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy, we claw and scratch for every inch, but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. And this I promise you. The truth. Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me, this man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Nick? You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason I decided to become a lawyer to begin with was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. You betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Miss Von Karma, I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma, and neither am I. It's over. It's all over. Franziska threw something on the ground just now. This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in the courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this right. Okay. Nick! Maya! Oh, Nick, I knew you got convicted, just like I knew you would. Yeah, I just wanted to see him squirm a bit, though. On top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's okay. It's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I'd just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost with Pearly. Is it really that easy to do something like that? What the? Thanks a lot. A lock? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're right. Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Alright. I think it's time we get out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick, food. Grub, chow. I'm starving. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. What the fuck? Kept thinking something was bashed against my chair. Come on, Nick! Food! March 23rd, 7:38 PM, Gatewater Hotel, Hotel Lobby. Hey pal, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Gumshoe, are you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? And it wasn't a red light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me. And I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now looky here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bullied Mr. Right too hard? If you don't stop being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight even. I will keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now, everyone gather around. Y'all are gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Laura bought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. I'm into that, pal. I'm in. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, Detective. Huh? Me? Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Ah, well, you know, it's... Huh? Wait. That's up. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There's a 4th item? Ah, come on, y'all, it's over. Oh boy, I tell ya, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped. Never a dull moment with you, huh? Twice. She got accused of murder twice. Why does she look so happy about that? Being shut away for 2 whole days? Weren't you scared? Reminds me of how when I was younger I used to be as thin as a stick. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Miss Dickmeyer's picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyway. It sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. Where's Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Ah, that's Miss Montgomery's receiver. Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. Can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, and the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have work to do. But, Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. And you've eaten way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now if you'll excuse me. Wait. I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me up now. Anyone should be saying thanks. It should be me, right? I feel like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give to express how I feel. The whip. What's this? Thank you, it's all thanks to you two. You and her. You don't need to thank me, I was only doing my job. Looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Meyer? Yes, Billy? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick. Pearly, would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me. Anyway. So who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you. Huh? Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It'd be better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab now. Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. Why do I suddenly feel like screaming? You don't need to hold back now, you hear? Yeah, pal, time to let it all out. This is going to be the first time I hear the review. Go on, it's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then, if you say so. Objection! You really came through for me, Nick. I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. I'm so happy that you could say Mystic Mine, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is probably a place for him. Get your head out of the clouds, Pearl! Well, Belle, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief and he got me reinstated for my sake. I already said things like letting that one go is bad enough, is bad for the society. I knew it, crashing headlong and everything's the only way to live, pal. Why do you think I'm freelance? Hi, Maggie Bird, I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. Yeah, good luck with that. I'll try and have my memory intact then. Hopefully there'll be no one to bash me on the head with a fire extinguisher. Yes. Are you here to visit a patient? I'm Director Hottie. Recently. That girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. But I remember, if I even laid so much as an eye on her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got whipped, no. Oh. Thank fuck we don't see this guy again. I mean, I'm a guy and he's even giving me the creeps. It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie. And to let the world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be more contemporary of my humor. They've still got her doing it. Who's this woman again? Oh yeah, tampering with the crime scene. Francesca must have realized she did cause a lot of harm by saying about refusal thing. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity. March 23rd, 9:42 p.m. International departure. Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? Witness. I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. Four things. It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand the thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Karma's daughter. Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right, you knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you'll think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. I was Edgeworth. I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. No, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews. You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I had left you behind all these years, and that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma. God damn it! Well, at the end of the day, she's only human. So that's what to feel emotion, says the guy who hardly expresses emotion. I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of it in this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Everyone's got a vulnerable side. That is cursed! Well, that finishes Justice for All. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe, because soon Trials and Tribulations will be starting. Obviously, because it's